that we're close to holiday season, I know there are usually a ton of holiday parties and events. So I want to go through some tips on how to approach those events. I'm Rebecca Wenglinski. I help lawyers and accountants stay strategic with their marketing and accountable with their business development. So when you have just an onslaught of events and invitations coming at you, one thing I was recently told that I want to share with you is to approach it with first saying no. This comes as it's a little hard for me to even do because I like to say yes to all the events, knowing I may meet some amazing people. But knowing your time is incredibly valuable, especially when you have to bill for a lot of hours and service your clients. Factoring in that approach of meeting it with no, how does this fit into my goals? So, first saying no instead of yes, and then seeing, okay, are the people that I really want to engage with attending this event? Do I know somebody that is attending this event that I want to reconnect with or make an introduction to? Approaching it in that mindset first helps alleviate just the constant people pleasing and overloading your schedule. So that's one tip. But the second tip I really want to focus on is when you're at those events. So I know I've gone over this before and have posted on this a lot, but I think it's really important for getting into that networking mindset, especially for those who may not be as extroverted. So when you go to an event, again, reach out to others before to see if they're going to be there. So you already know if you have a safe person that you can, walk up to and say hi to and not feel like you're walking into this room of strangers. That's always helpful. Two, try to get there a little early. So this can help by people approaching you when they walk in versus you getting there later and you already approaching people mid-conversation. And another tip to look into is I always love just go and get a drink at the bar. So whether you drink alcohol or not, you can always get a drink at the bar and you can always make conversation with people in line and just start that dialogue going. It also helps because then you can walk over to one of the cocktail rounds and you can start having a conversation there, whether it's with food or with drink. It's one of those where it's an easy access to approach if there's an empty spot at the cocktail round of just saying, hey, is anybody standing here? Can, I join you? And then it just naturally starts a conversation. And then for those other tips, just kind of seeing the body language. Are people in an open formation where they're not just standing right next to each other or staring right next to each other or circled up? Those are always harder to break into, but focusing on those where you see people kind of lined up like a V, so you can kind of just walk right up to them and join the conversation as well. Keeping these in mind as you set a yes or no RSVP to all of those invitations that are flooding your inbox, and just making sure to give yourself some time too for not just work and these events, but for you. It is a very busy time of year. Again, I'm Rebecca Wenglinski, helping you stay accountable with your business development and strategic with your marketing. Be sure to follow me here and at lotusbizgrowth.com.